Hi everyone, this is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours. That's the name of the Facebook page. Some of you are trying to find me through my name Amanda Ellis, and that's not my business page. Okay, so it's Angelic Celestial Colours. September the 1st, 2016, and we are just post the solar eclipse. So I'm going to focus particularly on the ramifications after that and the month ahead, because there's been so much written by myself and by other people about the build up to the beginning of September, about the eclipse itself, and some pretty turbulent energy we had coming into it. But I really feel we're through the worst of it, certainly personally. And I'm feeling as those of you that really did the hard work last week, the last couple of weeks, it's as though we are entering calmer waters now. Okay, I'm sitting up here just needing to be around white energy, really around white energy. I'm dressed in white, head to toe in white actually, which is unusual for me. Needing that, it just feels like a balm to my soul at the moment. The only colour spray that I have got here for this video is the white one. Okay, so we're really going to be hammering home the white energy, which of course is clear, really. It's clear white light, and white light does contain all the colours of the rainbow, but maybe in a way that our body can integrate and assimilate. Okay, so before I actually sort of do the cards, I just want to say something about a few pieces of visuals that I basically got shown by Metatron when I was trying to make this video. The first was a pathway. Now, we've talked about pathways before, and we've talked about roads, and this morning on my Facebook page I talked about a ladder, for example, a ladder of light. This is different. This is something in addition to what I've said before, because this pathway looked like one in Greece or one of the beautiful Greek islands. And those of you that have been lucky enough to go to the Greek islands or the Greek mainland, you'll know that they paint a lot of their buildings in brilliant white basically, and also the walls are white. So you can go through these villages and it's all just beautiful, pristine white. And I'm seeing a road or a pathway in a village like that. And the point is that the pathway that I'm being shown is your new path, okay? And it's been prepared for you for quite a long time, actually. There's been quite a lot of effort that has gone on behind the scenes to make this ready for you, okay? It feels quite virgin-like, really. It's almost as though no one has actually trodden on this path before. It's laid out for you. It's consecrated. It's quite holy. And each of you has a different path and different things that you're here to do, different talents, different skills, different opportunities, as well as challenges that I know lots of us are going through as well. But there are always opportunities as well. This is the pathway of opportunity, okay? It's the pathway for a new beginning, a new direction, and it's here now. It's here right now for each of us. But the message really is that it's been prepared for you. And so I actually feel sometimes we just need to almost an act of gratitude and thanks for the angels that work behind the scene tirelessly for us, actually helping us to let go, to heal, to shed our old stuff. And all the while, they're always trying to get us to a place of newness, of freshness, of space, of health, of healing, so that we can begin again, because that's what life is all about. Life is a continual cycle of death and rebirth, whether that is in the physical, real sense, or whether it is in a cycle or a series of deaths and rebirths, which happen throughout our whole life, okay? Cycles of change, different stages of life. So we're all on the start of this new cycle, and the pathway has been swept for us. So I'm wanting to say a collective thanks to the angel for that. Let's let go of the troubles of the last few weeks. Let's look forward with expectation and excitement to the month of September. A few of people that I follow, I don't actually follow that many people, not because well, I suppose because I'm a bit choosy about who I choose to follow. But there are some people I really rate out there. And one of them is a new guy that I've linked into, is the Leo King, and he used the phrase "a September to remember." And I thought that was really nice. A September to remember. He also talked about letting go of expectations, because sometimes expectations can hinder our growth, you know. They can get in the way, and we can actually miss what's right in front of us. And actually, what I'm being shown in front of us right now, that path I'm seeing is pretty clear. It's swept, you know, there's not a lot on it. But that's a pathway of opportunity, you know, it's swept for a reason. It's supposed to be clear, because you can make your own destiny. Okay, so let's have some cards. I'm just going to pull a couple to start with, and I'm just going to use these as tools really to link into Metatron's guidance for us. So this is the month of September 2016. Guidance, please, from you, Archangel Metatron. Right. Oh, I love that. Doesn't that fit with the room that I'm sitting in? The warrior energy. Love that. Thank you, Metatron. Warrior. Fight for what is right for you. You have all the strength you need. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we are all warriors. We are all spiritual warriors of light. If you're watching this, you are one just as much as I am. And a warrior has hidden strength, okay? I'm just needing to focus in on this card a little bit myself. I'll take my glasses off, I can see. It almost looks like in the middle of that card there is, fight isn't quite the right word, but it almost looks like there's a battle between the dark and the light. I don't know if you can see that in the center of that card. But I'm feeling that this is very much to do with ourselves fighting for what is right for us. Okay, I'm hearing you. Sorry, he's telling me to just take a breath and take a step back. Okay. This is ego versus heart, is what I'm hearing. I was talking about this to somebody this morning. We all have the ego side. We all have the shadow side. Our ego serves us hugely. We all need one, actually. It also keeps us safe sometimes. And there are some past programs within it which are a bit useless and redundant, but some are still needed. The problem with the ego self is it can stop us, it can thwart us. It keeps us so much in a safe space sometimes, or where we know we're going to be successful or acclaimed, or where it's just comfortable, that it always errs on the side of caution. This is a month for going into your heart and really feeling what your heart wants to do. Fighting for what is right for you. You have all the strength you need. I want another card that goes with that, please, Metatron. On the bottom of the deck, actually, we've got the card of transition. We've got the card of guidance as well. I'm just going to put these down in front of me. It just helps me tune in. One that goes with the warrior energy. Oh, that one. Sorry, that just flew out. Did you see that? It flew out at me. Okay, so we've got the warrior and we've got change direction. Warriors know when to change direction. Okay, they know when one particular battle has been won and it's time to maybe move on to the next challenge or the next opportunity. What a warrior won't do is just keep going over the same old piece of land, the same old piece of work. This is feeling like quite an energy linked into the planet Uranus, which is about sort of change and unexpected happenings. And rather than fearing that change of direction or change of mindset, change of, well, anything, to be honest, it's actually embracing it. It says all paths change course at some stage. This is your time. So some of you are feeling really quite frightened a little bit by the fact that you're being called to change direction in many areas of your life. And you're just being asked to dive in and remember that you are the warrior and that you can do this. You know, I've said before, you're not the frightened mouse, you are the spiritual warrior. And you have to also remember that you're given protection by Archangel Metatron in the form of armor that can either be really rigid if that's what you need it to be, because that makes you feel safe. But to be honest, he doesn't really like to give that much. He usually likes to give you almost like chain armor that is like a fine mesh that moves with the body. So maybe you'd just like to think about whether you feel as though you need a little bit of that at the moment. And if you do, just ask him to place it where you feel you need it. It might be across your heart, it might be across your shoulders, it might be on your legs, anywhere where you just feel as though you need a little bit of extra support, a little bit of extra protection from him. He will give you some form of armor for the month ahead. He will also give you what you need to be the warrior. So if you feel as though you need to be battle ready, as it were, you actually need something, whether it's a sword of truth or whether it's a baton on which to lean, whether it's a power animal beside you. Think about what it is that you need for the month ahead. I'm also being told that all of us need X-ray vision at this time, okay? And actually that warrior card to me, it's holographic, isn't it? But the black and white images is reminding me a bit like an X-ray. I feel as though we all need to be looking quite closely at the small detail this month, at the content this month. Not to necessarily take things on face value, not to just keep going through the motions and doing the same old, same old. It's a month to break free. It's a month to start to explore what's actually out there. It's a month of transition. We have the transition card as well. Which is about going through a period of change and emerging renewed. We have the butterfly energy there in the top, okay, just reminding us of that. And next to it, we have the energy of guidance. It says you are receiving guidance, follow your own path. So there's something coming through here. So I'm looking down because it's helping me to tune in. There's something coming here about letting go of what other people think, letting go of other people's opinions. I'm hearing opinions, letting go of other distractions that are around you, and really going within to follow your own path, to follow your own guidance, even if other people around you don't necessarily understand that at this time. The warrior is able to see further ahead. He's able to see with X-ray vision. He's able to see what needs letting go of and what is on the horizon. What's the next thing for you? I do feel as though it's a month where very few other people can really tell you the answers. I mean, that's true of life generally, but this month more than anything. And I think it's because you have this completely new book. You have this blank sheet. And it's as though Metatron is saying the first words that are written on this blank sheet need to be your own. They mustn't be somebody else's. They need to be your own. They need to come from you. They need to come from your heart. They need to be expressed through your throat chakra. They need to be written down. I'm actually seeing here the black and white ink. There's something about writing down even if it's the first line of what you want your new chapter, your new story to be. And it needs to be gripping as well, I'm being told, because it's a bit like reading a story. Unless the first line grabs you, you're not actually going to carry on reading it. You're not going to carry on wanting to invent it. What will happen is you'll go back to the old story that you were sort of bored with anyway, but it's quite well thumbed, and you know what happens, you know where you are with it, you know the characters that you like in it, you know what you're expected to do in that story, you know how you're meant to behave. It's quite safe, it's quite comfortable, it's okay. We'll go back to that because actually the new story that is being given to me almost on a gilded plate here, well, I don't know what that is, so why would I risk everything to do that? This is a month of risk. This is a month of taking a chance, of stepping into the warrior that you are, changing direction, going into your own inner guidance, and going through a great period of transition and change, emerging renewed. You know, sometimes we don't realize that we're in a stagnant place until we do something different. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. I mean, for me this week, I'll just say this because it's a very simple thing, but it just illustrates what I'm trying to say well enough. I live by the sea. I live 10-minute walk from the sea. I can sort of nearly see it if I'm on tippy toes on my balcony. In fact, I can see the sea. People travel in their car for hours to get to our bit of the beach and the sea, just to get into the water, just to have the sun on their back. I have been here all summer and I have not swam in the sea once until this week. I kept putting it off. I kept thinking, oh, I'll do it another time. The point is, when I got into the waters, and I've done it a couple of times now since, I had forgotten how refreshing and how amazing you feel when you get out of the water, because I hadn't read that bit of the chapter. I hadn't reacquainted myself with it. And that's not about going back into the old story, of course. This is about me. Part of my new story is about health and fitness and keeping myself well and getting out and walking my new dog and, you know, really breathing in the air and treating myself a bit better, to be honest, looking after myself a bit better as well. But the point is, you have to do something. You have to motivate yourself to do something so that you remember what change feels like, what new experience feels like. So think about that this month. It's really, really important. Okay, I'm going to pull a few more cards now. This is the only deck that I've actually got up here in the loft with me, so I can't refer to anything else. I don't even have the book with the meanings of the cards. So it really is me, Metatron and you today, and these few cards and the white energy spray. Okay. Being told to stop there, weave your destiny. That came up in a reading for somebody today. Speak your truth. And one more. Awareness. Okay. So, weave your destiny. We have here the spider's web, okay? And it's a beautiful symmetrical web. I live in an old house, and this is the time of year when you get the spiders coming into the house. And I love, actually, I don't love the spiders so much, but I love seeing the beauty of the spider web, you know, because they are beautiful things to behold. The point is here, it says you create your destiny. Start weaving your own path. Can you see there's a real theme here? We've got 3 cards here. One says, fight for what is right for you. You have all the strength you need. Then you've got you are receiving guidance. Follow your own path. Now we've got you create your destiny. Start weaving your own path. I'm emphasizing those words because it's as though Metatron is saying, this is about you, okay? This month, more than any other month of 2016, is about you. It's about, okay, he is being quite fiery today, but as I say, we've got this solar eclipse energy going on, which is also to do with the ring of fire. And fire is an energy which does not muck about. He's saying, let the excuses go. I said that this morning on my Facebook page, but stop blaming other people and other situations for the situation that you are in. You are an amazing being of light. You have, when you can step into your I am presence and step into your real divinity, which is as easy as clicking a switch. It's as easy as deciding when you wake up in the morning, I am stepping into this. I am letting go of the distractions. I am letting go of the people around me that make me feel small, and I am rising above it. And I'm removing myself from the web that has actually been, I might have created it myself around me, but look at the size of that spider in relation to the web. It's huge, you know, it's able to leap off that anytime it needs to and actually create another web. But this time the web can be one of great beauty and one that really serves you. I said to my client this morning, actually, on the because this card came up, if you look at that card, I've never noticed before so much that the spider's web itself looks like the ladders of light. That's why I talked about ladders of light this morning, rungs of the ladder. And it's as though even if you were right in the middle of that spider's web and you're feeling completely trapped and as though you are not in control of your destiny, you're not in control of your life at all, can you see that there are all the little rungs of the ladder that if you just follow them one by one, step by step, you can make your way out of that web that you have weaved, that you can either use to imprison yourself and keep you small, or to create a much big, wider web that actually liberates you. And I'm hearing here that the World Wide Web Metatron's talking about. He's talking about the fact that you and I are connecting over it right now. He's talking about the fact that the web, the World Wide Web, the internet, can be used for such good. It connects people, it connects like-minded people, but it's also, he's talking about networking, okay? So he's asking you to get out, to network, to meet with like-minded people, whether it's physically or whether it is over, the internet, to make sure that you're creating a web of light that serves you, okay? And that is also big enough for you, because that spider to me looks far too big for the web that he's in. So, don't feel trapped by what you impose around yourself. That makes sense? Hope it does. The next card feels as though it's coming from a completely different angle, a completely different subject maybe for September. This is speak your truth, okay? Speak your truth. Be honest with yourself and others, speak your truth at all times. I really get the feeling this September as though some of you are feeling really boxed in and tied up by other people's expectations of you, other people's opinions of what they expect you to say, of what comes out of your mouth, of how you behave, of the type of person you are. That may well have been true up to a certain point in time. But if you think about transformation, and if you think about change of direction, then who you are as a person is going to change, okay? And other people are going to have to get used to that. Other people are going to have to get used to the increased frequency that you have within yourself. Other people are going to have to get used maybe to your new way of talking. This might be spiritual truths that you are now ready to share with other people. So you're not this is, to me, that this is the throat chakra just opening up. And it looks a bit like the volcano, but it's like you have to now start to speak your truth, or you're encouraged to now try and speak your truth. But other people might be a little bit surprised by it, might be a bit shocked by it, because they are imagining it coming out of the old you, and the old you doesn't exist anymore. It's the new you. And so your language is going to start to change. I'm hearing he's talking about purity of language. We live in a society that is quite, what's the word? Profane. Profane? Is that the right word? Profane? Disrespectful with regard to language. We are disrespectful with language, okay? We forget the power of speech. We forget that not just that what we say comes out and then it's there as a living energy. So be very mindful of what you speak. He's also talking about profanities, swearing, using vulgar language, the needing to clamp down on that, to purify your speech, to be perfectly honest with you. And he's saying one of the best ways to do that is to actually start to read some beautiful literature, to read a beautiful spiritual book. Look at what you actually read, look at what you're ingesting in terms of words. And it feels as though some of you are still being a bit sucked into the culture of, he's saying trash. Sorry, he's talking about trash, and by this I think he's talking about gossip and the sort of magazines you see in the supermarket. It's all about the celebrities and so and so's had this done and this plastic surgery, and people are hanging on the word of what a celebrity says, or it's all a bit of nonsense really. And he's saying, come on, up our game, listen to who is relevant, read what is relevant. And then it's almost as though what you take in then the quality that comes out is better as well. Okay, so it's about being mindful not just of what you're speaking, but of what you're hearing and what you are reading at this time. Awareness. This is a lovely card. I knew this would come out today. It's come out. I tried to make this video a few times. This card came out every single time. This is the gateway energy. Okay, this is where we're at today. You are at the gateway. Open yourself to an awareness. We're going to end with that in a moment because I'm going to bring the white light through your body. But that is what it is. Because I like even numbers, I just want another card to bring in before we do that. Ooh, let's give them a shuffle. It's so true what he just said about language. It's also true with regard to what we choose to look at and how we choose to look at things as well. I've got somebody I know, I won't say who, but I know somebody, and when you watch the television with this person, they're so critical and they're looking at, ooh, you know, they're a bit fat or they're a bit thin, or ooh, don't like the look of them, or criticize. Stop it, you know, let's look at the beauty. Let's look at the, wow, that person, you know, looks amazing, or look at that beautiful tree, or, you know, let's open our eyes a bit. Let's let our senses be purified. Okay, that's what he's trying to say. Ah, power. I'm sure we had that message. I'm sure we had that card last time. You're a powerful person. Step into your power. I talked about that quite a lot, I'm sure, last time, or certainly have done on my personal page. Or maybe it was in a reading. I can't remember. But anyway, it is what it is. It's that raw power that wants to come down to remind you that you are divine, you are powerful, you are able to do all of this. And also that we are all connected. We are all connected through the circle of stones. We are ancient as the circle of stones is. Feeling a real pull myself at the moment to visit some sacred sites. So I shall try and do that soon. Okay, I'm going to now just use the white energy to bring this through your body. So if you just settle yourself down, and I'm just going to spray this around myself. And I'd just like you to imagine the higher chakras above the top of your head opening. And it literally is like a beautiful funnel of white energy that is coming through the higher chakras down into the crown. And we are just asking Archangel Metatron to pour down a white light through you and around you, so that your physical body, which is always the last bit to get it, to understand that we have gone through a portal of change, so that your physical body can just start to feel this pure white energy coming through its entire system. So white light coming down through the crown, purifying the crown. Beautiful white lotus flower I'm seeing at the crown. Bringing the white light down now into the third eye. Again, seeing a beautiful white energy forming there. I'm seeing a daisy this time, and a daisy is an English flower that is very simple but very, very beautiful. And also a daisy, you make daisy chains out of, so it's about the interconnectedness of everything. Turning the third eye on, bringing the white energy through it, the clear white energy, being able to see clearly ahead. White energy going into the ears, the right ear, the left ear. White energy coming down into the throat chakra like a beautiful diamond. I'm seeing a clear diamond at the throat. White energy going down the back into the altar major at the base of the neck. White light coming down over your shoulders, purifying, cleansing, clearing. White light flowing down into your heart. White light flowing down into your higher heart, allowing you the energy of air and space to breathe. Feeling the smell here, or sensing the smell of cotton. Seeing fields of cotton, white flowers, breathing in that fresh scent. Taking the white light into your solar plexus, taking the white light down into your sacral, taking the white light down into your base, feeling a crystalline white light in the base, helping to transmute, to clear issues to do with survival, health, relationship, money, bringing in clarity, wisdom, love and light. White light flowing down your spine, down the vertebrae, white light flowing down into your hips, white light flowing down into your legs, your knees, your ankles and your feet. Feeling the white light as it comes out of the tips of your toes, feeling the white light coming out of the soles of your feet, going into Mother Earth. Feeling your cord linking into Mother Earth, purified with white light. Feeling the cord above your crown linking up to the higher realms, purified by white light. Your soul star and your stellar gateway open. White light all around you and within you. Your physical body, your physical self, understanding that we are now welcoming in change and transformation, that we are here and that we have arrived, that you are here and that you have arrived. Seeing now the analogy of a train pulling into a station. The station has been swept. The station is clean. There is a white carpet laid out for you. There are guards on the platform waiting for you. They've got uniform on. They've got little white peaked caps. They're waiting for you and you alone. The doors open at this station and it is only you that gets off this particular train. See yourself stepping down onto the white carpet, seeing you being gifted beautiful white flowers, seeing yourself walking up that carpet of white, and I can just see in beautiful neon letters the word arrival. Arrival. You are in the arrivals lounge. We're now almost going to like an airport setting. It's like an arrivals lounge. And just as you come through the doorways of an arrivals lounge, you have that sense of expectation and excitement. And you're not sure who is there waiting to greet you, but there is somebody there that's waiting to greet you. There's somebody that's been waiting. It might be an angel, it might be a spirit, it might be a physical person. Just allow the doors to open, step into the arrivals lounge, and just see there is a great big sea of faces there, but there is one with a big sign above their head with your name on it. And just now focus in on who is holding that sign. Who is holding the sign? It may be somebody you know. It may be Archangel Metatron. It may be another angel. It may be another spirit guide. It could be anybody. Whoever you are seeing is important to the next stage of your journey. Go over to them, take their hand, and let them lead you out of the building into the new dawn that is out there. Okay. I'm now seeing a row of taxis. It's like arriving in an airport. I'm seeing a row of taxis, and again, there's one with your name on. I'm asking you just to imagine yourself getting into the taxi that calls your attention. And just hear your words that are coming out of your mouth right now. Where are you asking that taxi to take you? What are you asking that taxi to show you? Where are you asking to go? And then know that that taxi driver, who's actually Metatron in disguise, is going to take you there. Take a deep breath in and then let it go. When I say let it go, you're letting go of the control. You have arrived. You have been greeted. You have been picked up. You have been given the place that you next need to go to, or the person you next need to see. And allow Metatron just to take the helm, as it were. Okay? Yeah. You intuitively know the right thing to do. Listen to your inner voice. So anyone that's just done that and thinking, I didn't get it, I didn't understand it, go back and re-listen to it. You know, you intuitively know the right thing to do. I've got one other spray up here, which I'm intrigued by. White we've used, but I've also got the earth elemental. So I'm going to just shake this up. It's obviously a brown energy, it's linking into the earth. And let's just see what this is about. Oh, I'm smelling the earth very much as it is after rainfall. You know, when earth has been very parched and dry for a long period of time, and then it suddenly gets some rain, and there is this amazing smell or scent to the earth and vegetation and life itself, which is like coming back to life. That's what I'm smelling, okay? And it's important because you stand on that earth. So the earth is also being renewed at this time. The earth is also going through its own transition at this time. The earth is waking up as well at this time. So you're waking up and the earth is waking up. And you need to be in sync with the energies of the earth. Okay, you need to be out in nature, you need to be visiting beautiful places in nature if you can, or just sitting in your garden, getting into the sea, whatever it is you want to do. It's about just being at peace here at this time, knowing the path is in front of you, the path is assured, and remembering this September. I want to go back to one of the first cards we looked at, that you are that. You are that. You are the warrior. And the warrior is disciplined. The warrior is confident. The warrior knows when there is a time to act and a time to rest. The warrior knows how to take other people with them. The warrior knows that you don't want to make enemies. You bring out the best of people around you so that they're on your side. The warrior only fights for something that's worth fighting for. The warrior doesn't fight needlessly. The warrior fights for what he believes to be true. The warrior has a good male energy. So for women watching this, it's about getting in touch with your masculine side as well. But this is the divine masculine, okay? This is the divine masculine warrior, who also has a feminine side, of course, as well, but who is acting intelligently, wisely, spiritually, who has channeled his frustrations, anger, shadow side in a good way. It's like I'm being shown the person who does martial arts, who's able to channel energy in a very precise, perfect, right way. And also knowing this September that the energies of the black and the white, the light and the dark, they're always going to be around us. They're part of what makes this world. The world is a dualistic place. But not letting anything that happens in the collective rock you from your own personal path at this time. Weave your own destiny. Be wise enough to know when it's time to change direction. There is transitions for everybody. I don't know anybody that isn't going through some form of transition at this time, changing direction in some shape or form. We're into uncharted waters. I've said that before on my page. And it is about going within to find your own guidance. Okay, I think that's it. Just going to see. Yeah, I just want to leave you with that. That's a beautiful image as well. Divinity. Know that you are divine. Experience your magnificent self. And look at that. If you're the warrior and you've got your black and white energy, you're fighting the light and the dark, and you're going for it and you're trusting yourself. Also remember the warrior is made up of the rainbow as well. Okay, so we've got that rainbow light coming down there on the other card as well. So it's going to be an interesting month, September. Okay, I may well do another video because I feel as though the story has only just started. Very much like Metatron was saying, you know, you've got this new book. You have to be the one that writes that first line. Nobody else can do it for you. Don't let anybody else's opinion even sway you. You write the first line. If you're thinking, I can't do it, I don't know how to, I don't know what the words are going to be, ask Archangel Metatron to work through you. Ask him to help you. Pick up a pen, get a piece of white paper, see what the first line of your new story is. And remember what he said, make it interesting, otherwise you're going to go back to the old one. And really that's just a redundant now. Okay, much love everybody. See you all soon. Bye-bye. I'll definitely also, by the way, do a video from America because I'm going to be in America from the 25th of September. That's when I fly out anyway, for a week in Virginia doing some workshops. So I'll definitely do a video when I'm out there as well, so we can get some of the American energy and whatever's going on at that time as well. Much love. Bye-bye.